a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2-3-4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
After returning to from the West Coast swing, the 2021 season continues at the Darlington Raceway for our first of 2 trips to Darlington in the 2021 season. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southwest Airlines 500K. The Darlington Raceway, one of perhaps the most iconic tracks for stock cars in all of North America. This narrow sort of a 1-lane, 2-lane type of racetrack where you're going to see guys rim right in the wall. You're going to see guys getting into the wall. You're going to see a ton of tire degradation, all sorts of things you would see. These older school type racetracks, you know, it's more of a traditional race here. You're not going to see any. You're going to see a lot of great racing here today. The last time we were here, we saw Patrick Smith start outside the top 25 and work his way to the win in a race that didn't see a single caution flag. Will we see that here today? We will find out. It's going to be very, very exciting here. You always love it when you come out here to the Darlington Raceway. It's just a classic racetrack that produces great racing almost every single time we come out here. Before we get going on today's race, let's get you caught up with the points for this weekend, with Caleb Rose leading by 5 points over Justin Zidell and his teammate Igor Barretto now up to 3rd in the points. 15 back, so that's both the Collins Racing Machines in the top 3 in points. Dustin Davis is 21 back, Equan Haslam is 31 back, 45 back is David Johnson, Ada McCrow is 45 back, and William Brock is 48 back. He's the first man who missed New Smyrna in the points. Then it's Scott up to Noah Clifton, Angel Vera, Brett Sear, Ryan Durrani, and Daniel Bouchard, and Zachary Fitzwater within the 100-point swing. First man outside of that is Joe Retkowski, who's 16th in points. Despite missing 2 races, he has 3 top 10s in 6 starts and an average finish of 17.3. That's up there with some of the best. So he has had a great year so far, has Retkowski in that 44 team for 4-Star Motorsports Racing. Gonna see if he can continue that here today. You know, we'll find out. He has a ton of experience. He knows how to get things done. But up front here, at the front of the field, a new I&I has allowed us to start the cars all single file like they do in real life on pit road here. And it's going to be Noah Clifton leading them to the green with Christopher Alfby alongside him. Trey Bartow in the 27 and Equan has him in the 72, so 2 of the Ryan Racing Machines. See if they all get off the pit road. Daniel McMillan, Jesse Turner on row number 3, Colton Yo, Caleb Rose on row number 4, Ada McCrow, Nathan Barrett on row number 5. Scroll through the field, see if everybody got off the grid. I actually think somebody did not get off the grid. No, everybody got off the grid. You don't see that happen too often here in NR 2003. So when it does happen, you just have to simply throw your hands up and rejoice that good deeds have happened and the game decided not to be on your bad side this morning. Only 45 laps here today at the Darlington Raceway. It is a sprint race in its truest of forms here. Just 45 circuits around the Darlington Raceway. It'll still be a longish race. Darlington is not a fast, up-tempo racetrack. But it's going to make, only 45 laps, it's going to make things have to be very interesting. They're going to have to be done quick. You're not going to have time necessarily, to, I don't really know how you'd word it, but, you're going to have to make your moves quickly. You're going to have to get through the field. You're going to have to find a way to get to the front and be there at the end, because there's not the traditional 73 laps you have here and a 500 in the Southern 500. It's a 500K here. And it is going to be absolutely fantastic here for our first, Vegas was a sprint race. This is a sprint race. Here we go down the front straightaway. Noah Clifton, Christopher Alphaby, they lead us to the green. Let's go racing in the Southwest 500K. Clifton from the pole, he jumps out to the lead on lap number 1. Bartow behind him, Daniel McMillan in the 79 behind him. Then it's Alphaby, Yo, Hasm, Macro, Lake, and Brandon Nelson moving his way through the field. A lot of guys, you've got to get the jump early and make up as much track position as you can early in this race. You're not going to have the time if you lose track position necessarily to make it up. Again, it's only 45 laps, 45 circuits here today. A true sprint race here. It's going to be a ton of fun here as we get the circuits going. Clifton continues to lead in the 97. The Aussie looking fantastic out in front, but Daniel McMillan in the 75 looks strong in his Hers Toyota Camry. Trey Bartow's in third. Alphaby, Yo, Hasm, McCrow, Lake, and Nelson. Andrew Williams, Jesse Turner, Caleb Rose back there, little ways just outside the top 10. Here comes Noah Clifton. Single file, top 4 as they break away from the rest of the pack. Colton Yo, Equan Hasm going to look to try and close in, but here comes McMillan looking to make the first lead change of the day. There goes McMillan. And he's going to open the door for Bartow and Alphaby to go by. And they're both going to go by here. So McMillan is gone. Bartow to second. Yes, he does. And now Clifton, the pole sitter, under heavy fire from basically the rest of the top 10 all lined up on the inside. This is a dangerous spot for Clifton to be in. He's going to want to get at least cleared in front of Alphaby, heading down into turn number 1. He will for the moment, so he'll get to hold on to the 3rd position, but Alphaby is still putting him under heavy pressure there. That 48 Mercedes started outside of row number 1, slid back to 4th, but looking like he might have a strong car. Colton Yo, Equan Hasm, 2 of the Ryan Racing Machines in the top 10 here early on in the going. Daniel McMillan, though, continues to lead here at Darlington. See if Bartow's got anything for him. Like we were saying, I know it gets a little repetitive listening to it, but in these sprint races, you really have to make up positions as quickly as you can. Nelson Reeves, powerful move to the inside of Dustin Davis. Like Thomas Troxel, for instance, started last, already up to 31st, so he's marching his way through the field as aggressively as he can. A lot of guys looking strong here today so far. Oh, my bad. We missed McMillan and Bartow side by side. Trey Bartow taking that 27 car down to the inside of McMillan. 2x2 at the front. Alphaby's going to go through as well. Here comes Colton Yo, Equan Hasm, Adam McCrow, Brandon Nelson. Top 2 of Clifton and McMillan just got shuffled out of there. And Trey Bartow back to the lead. He lost the Las Vegas race late in the going last week. Not happy about that. He wants redemption for how close he was there. Great racing here at the front of this field today. These guys really getting at it. Nobody's getting into... I haven't seen anybody get in the wall yet, which I'm jinxing that, obviously. I haven't seen anybody get into the wall yet, so it's kind of interesting to see. Everybody staying off the wall. No Darlington stripes forming just yet. McMillan back to 4th. Colton Yo, Christopher Alphaby, Trey Bartow. Bartow looking for career win number 1. Alphaby for number 2. Yo for number 3. And here comes Christopher Alphaby looking to go to the lead. Dives it down to the inside of Bartow. Well, Bartow's going to lose 3 positions there. This is a fun race so far here. These guys are just swapping the lead back and forth. So you got some more guys moving up to the field. Nathan Baird is creeping his way through the field. Brandon Nelson still sticking strong there on the outskirts of the top 10. Caleb Rose is moving his way up through the pack. We stay green so far as we reach lap number 10. And now it's Alphaby and Colton Yo out in front. Christopher Alphaby looking to snap the longest losing streak in the series. He hasn't won since the Daytona 500 in last season. So that was race 3, and we ran 16 more races after that. And this is race number 10, so I believe that's like a 26 race losing streak for Christopher Alfreby. Wants to end that here in the Mercedes, and McMillan dives into the inside of Yo. Bartow goes by. Now Clifton goes by as well. Yo's going to lose a ton of spots on that outside. That inside lane in 1 and 2 really, really strong here early on in the going. The outside, though, seems to be the way almost in 3 and 4. We'll find out later on as the race progresses. We should see a pit stop around... That's the one place this could get interesting. I think pit stop should occur in the 30s, in the 28 to 35 range. So it will make pit stops very, very interesting to see if we see some strategies. Colton Yo is continuing to slide the wrong way here in that 55 machine. Oh, Yo's in the wall. That's, I think, our first confirmed man in the wall today. Slapped the outside wall. He'll lose even more positions. Handling on Yo's Chevrolet Camaro is just falling away rapidly here. Alfreby breaking away, though, for the moment. Just over a half a second lead over Daniel McMillan. Trey Bartow going for a strong battle for second. Noah Clifton. Nathan Baird up to 5th. Aquan Haslam. Brian Racing having a good past couple of weeks here. So is Keegan Thompson. Brandon Nelson. Caleb Rose looking to extend his point lead here today. Colton Yo. Shane Lake. Here comes Alfreby. He leads for the moment. You know, obviously, the one thing to these guys, we'll take notes here today to see how the track reacts to all the changes throughout the race, its phases it goes through, tires, who can make tires work, who doesn't make tires work, pit strategy, because we're going to be back here later in the season for the Southern 500. And the Southern 500 is... When we come back for the Southern 500, there will only be 3 races left after that race. It'll be the midweek Martinsville night race, the Patriot Day 500, and the Wee Races 1-500 at Homestead. So there is stuff to be learned here today in today's Southwest Airlines 500K. McMillan has cleared Bartow. He took a little bit out of Alfreby's lead that time by. He seems to visually be closing on track. The 75 very strong here today. The best we've seen him. Best we've seen that car since Angel Olvera raced it last year and scored 2 wins, almost won a championship in it. They are closing in on Alfreby. Bartow, Clifton, Baird, Brandon Nelson, Keegan Thompson, Caleb Rose, your top 8. And honestly, all these guys still have a shot at this race. Here comes Baird to the inside of Noah Clifton in the 97. 1697. Here they come off the corner. Baird is going to get 2. Not quite. Can't quite get the run. Now, if he can stay side by side with Clifton down the front straightaway, Clifton's going to get to keep it on the top. He'll slide just a little bit, but he's holding firm right there. Alfreby reopened his lead by just a touch that time. Colton Yo has actually found a way to bounce back a couple of positions, so even though he hit the wall, he's looking strong here. Maybe if he can get to pit stops, throw some tires on that car. It will be interesting because pit stops are going to happen so late in this race. We'll have to see. You know, we'll see how big of an impact, strategy plays in this race. Biggest mover of the race. It feels like it's becoming a weekly tradition, but Thomas Troxel started last. He's inside the top 26. I have to shout out my boy Troxel. It is a legal obligation by contract in the league, but he's moved second race in a couple now. He did that at Willow Springs, started last, I think, and he's moved his way up to the field. So Troxel fast, I don't think he's going to have enough time to get to the front without a yellow. Bartow cleared McMillan. Clifton cleared McMillan. McMillan back to 3rd. Baird. Brandon Nelson now 6. We'll have to see. The defending champion hasn't won since Lime Rock Park. He's on a little bit of a losing skid. Not as bad as Alfreby, obviously, but he also has the championship that he secured at Rockingham last season. So he can, I'm sure Brandon Nelson and co can sit there and be like, we didn't win. We don't have a win right now this season if you're Grattan Racing, but they are the defending owners champion and the defending drivers champion, and they know they have a long way to go this year. So Grattan Racing not off to the best of starts compared to last year, but they also didn't start good last year, and they turned it around big time post Brickyard 400, so we will see what they can do. 5 cars, though, right all nose to tail here. McMillan, Baird, Nelson, Keegan Thompson, and Caleb Rose. I almost wonder if McMillan has a problem. He seems like he's slowing his pack up. Well, speed's about the same. So McMillan they can't get by McMillan for the moment, but Baird dives down to the inside, put the 16 up to 4th, and Nelson's going to dive in deep and get the position as well, so move Brandon Nelson into the top 5. Up front, Trey Bartow, Christopher Alphabet. Bartow dives it down to the inside. Does he have a shot? Not quite. I think he's going to have to get him in 1 and 2. Oh, he's going to get a help from Clifton. Not there yet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was awkward. That looked awkward for a moment. Looked like Bartow was slowing up for a second. Baird is flying in the 16. I mean, so is Nelson. All these guys in the top, these guys are really, for a sprint race, you know, the emphasis on staying up front and keeping that lead in sight. These guys are really showing out strong here so far today. Alphabet, he continues to lead, looking again to snap that very long losing streak. Bartow, Clifton, Baird, 3 guys looking for their first career wins. Alphabet continues to lead here as we're closing in on half. Actually, we are at halfway, so please dab spam in chat as always. Alphabet, Bartow, Clifton, Baird, Nelson, McMillan, Thompson, Rose, all within 2 seconds of each. Barely over a second separates all these cars. Now Baird goes down to the bottom. He sends it up the inside. I know at Clifton, the Aussie's going to lose some spots. He'll lose spot to Baird, Nelson, and possibly McMillan and Thompson. Oh, he's going to try and squeeze over around the outside of McMillan. And Alphabet just chilling. He's just chilling up at the front of the field, looking to snap that very long losing streak in that 48 machine. Won last year for Patrick Star Racing in the Daytona 500. Beat Brock Nelson in a thrilling race. Oh, Baird up to second now. And here comes Brandon Nelson in the 18, the defending champion. A slow start to the season. He comes into today, though. Take a look at him. He's gotten himself up to 19th in points. So he's only 118 off the lead. Obviously, Caleb Rose is... Oh, Caleb Rose lost a few spots, so... You never know. You never know, but here comes Baird in the 16. He's going for Alphabet. Oh, he's going to try it down to the bottom. Alphabet just very, very strong here in that 48. Under 20 laps. 20 laps to go now. This race is flying by. I love it. Just great racing throughout this field here today. These guys are putting on a show at the front of the field. Alphabet, Baird. We'll see if Baird is going to get a run down into turn number 1 this time. He's looking. Oh, Alphabet is just shutting the door on that 16. Christopher Alphabet, a strong run for that 48 machine so far. Pit stops are coming up soon. The interesting thing is the later... Here we go. Here we go. Brandon Nelson, first man down pit road. Who joins him? Uh-oh. Is that an unscheduled stop for Brandon Nelson? I really hope it's not. Oh, Dustin Davis. All right, so 2 guys down pit road first, Brandon Nelson and Dustin Davis. We'll see what kind of track position they can gain. Now, this separates the top cars just a little bit. I think some of them had to check up to avoid wrecking Nelson. Who dives down to pit road this time? Will Alphabet make a dive for it? Yes, he does. Baird leads. Bartow, Thompson coming with them. McMillan. Now, the one thing I would say, if you're Nathan Baird, you're going to have to pit next time by because this is a high tire wear racetrack. 4 tires for these two of Davis and Brandon Nelson. Colton Yoda second, Nelson Reeves to 3rd, Shane Lake to 4th, William Brock to 5th, Brock Nelson, Justin Zidell. But again, keep in mind, even with just a short run to the finish, I expect everybody to take 4 tires because this is such a high tire degradation racetrack There's not enough laps left in this race where if you took 2 tires, you know, if you took 2 tires here, there's still more than enough laps for somebody who took 4 behind you to just absolutely chew you up. We're going to watch... Who are we going to watch? Oh, we got a caution! Oh, no! No! Oh, we have a yellow under the pit cycle! Oh, no! No! Troxel, Lightning! Olvera, I think, was in that. Oh, no! That is the one thing you didn't want to have happen. And Nathan Baird might have just trapped about half the field a lap down. Yep, that's the one thing. You don't want that to happen in a normal full-length race. You absolutely don't want that to happen in a 500K sprint race. Nathan Baird is a lucky man in Vegas tonight because staying out that extra lap might have just won him the race. Oh my goodness, we may not have a... Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that is... that's gotta hurt for those guys of Bartow, Nelson, Thompson. They were all set to have great runs here today, and I think Troxel and Lightning and those guys just ended that. So who does the pace car pick up? It's a little confusing right now, I know. It looks to be trying to pick up Alphabet. We're going to have to wait till they come to the start-finish line because they're obviously not cycled in the right order, as we can see by the way they're running. I don't even know if everybody's made it down pit road. This could take a few laps. This is going to be So Alphabee's actually going to cycle out as the leader here. There's a chance that some of these guys deep in the field could actually be running up front right now. See who comes across the line next. So Baird's in second. Reeves is about to come across the stripe. It's not Reeves. Oh, it is Reeves. Reeves, Brock Nelson, Josh Williamson. We're going to have a problem here. Is it Brandon Nelson? Oh. Did this just cycle all... If all of these guys, I have no idea how... These guys are all cycling their way back up as if they're not a lap down? Because now they move by. Well, we're going to take a quick break here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how this is running right now, but it almost looks as if we might have a shot at... We might have a real race here. We might. I'm not promising anything. It looks kind of ugly right now. I won't lie. I really won't lie. This does look like it's about to get ugly as far as who's a lap down and who's not, but... There's a glimmer of hope. Oof. I have no idea what's going on. This is going to take a couple laps to sort out. We'll be right back, and hopefully this will be all sorted out, and we'll also take a look at the replay while we're waiting. So watch here, Troxel in the 53. Camera cuts out there for I don't know what they're doing. These two of Olvera and Troxel get together, and then Dale Lightning's going to come in. Rowe, Xavier, and I think somebody in at the end. Nope, nobody else in at the end. 5-car incident getting on pit road here, so we'll have to take a look here when we come back from the break and see, you know, who cycled out and if they all if the leader cycled back out to the front or if somebody overtook them. Okay. It's gonna be tight, but we will see here, and we'll get right back here. Take a look to see who's gonna be the leader at this restart. Here we're gonna get the restart. It'll be 12 laps to go here on Easter Saturday. Yes, technically it's not Easter Saturday because tomorrow is Easter, but it's the same weekend in the Southwest Airlines 500K. Believe it or not, as unbelievable as it is, somehow during the cycle of pit stops, everybody has cycled back out to about the positions they were in before the cycle started. I don't know how. I have no idea how, but it has happened. Christopher Alphabee, Nathan Baird, Brandon Nelson, Trey Bartow, Keegan Thompson, Daniel McMillan, Nelson Rees, Caleb Rose, Ada McCrow, and Shane Lake are top 10. Some way, somehow, the NR gods were like, you boys are going to get to settle the race, and they're going to settle the race here. So we're not going to complain. We're going to take what we can get because that doesn't happen too often in NR. But here we go. Christopher Alphabet, Nathan Baird, Brandon Nelson. Man going for 2 wins. First win, third win, first win, first win, first win, first win. A lot of guys going for first wins, but you got some more guys going for history. And the man out front, Christopher Alphabet, looking to snap a losing skid. 12 laps to go here. Let's go racing at Darlington. Single foul, nobody looking to jump out of a line immediately here on the restart, but Nathan Baird's thinking, Nathan Baird's thinking. Gonna be worth noting too, all these guys have fresh tires, so they're gonna be flying for this final stint here of this race. Baird to the bottom, he's gonna take it side by side with Christopher Alphabet. Onto the front straightaway, Alphabet with a powerful run on the outside. These fresh tires really gonna come into play here late in this race. Oh, contact with Brandon Nelson. Nelson gonna get forced a little bit wide. He's gonna lose a ton of positions. McMillan, Thompson, Bartow, Reeves, Rose. Oh, that's a heartbreaker for Nelson. That might have just ended his shot at going for a win here today. Here comes Nathan Baird down to the bottom of Christopher Alphabet, side by side here for the lead at Darlington. Coming to 10 laps to go here on the stripe. Baird getting a big run, but Alphabet still holding strong on the outside. That Petronas Mercedes is fast as all get out today. These tires are really making a difference. Bartow loses a little bit of an edge there. Here comes McMillan. He's back up to 4th. Thompson to 3rd. But Baird and Alphabet, the 2 fastest cars here all day today. Alphabet looking to continue his dominance of this race and hold on to end his losing streak. He's going to have to hold off Nathan Baird, though. These guys are just absolutely flying. These two have put the 2 fastest laps of this race. I mean, you can see the difference in the speed on the fresh tires from where they were before they pit. Here comes Baird to the bottom. Alphabet on the top. Baird's going to get the position. Alphabet fights back on the top side. Oh, but Baird clears him down the back straightaway. Now will Alphabet be able to resort himself and get back around the 16 of Baird? It's not over yet for Alphabet. He still has time left in this race. Alphabet. Single file there for the top 2. He's looking all over the rear bumper of that 16. Thompson, McMillan, and Reeves. 3 guys looking for career win number 1. Still in this. And Brandon Nelson is up to 6. Bartow in the wall. So Nelson's going to be driving like an absolute madman to get up there. See if he's got a shot to win this race. Baird just a little bit wide. Alphabet a little too low. Coming back on the front straightaway. 7 laps to go here at Darlington. And the time of this race, the recording at this moment is barely over, isn't even 30 minutes yet. So this is a sprint race in the truest form here. It's been very fast-paced for Darlington today. Only 1 yellow. Here comes Alphabet. Thompson's closed up. McMillan, Reeves, Nelson is also closing back up, but Nelson's got a lot of cars to pass if he wants a shot at this. Down the front straightaway here. Caution, I think, would end this. We're close to the point where a caution would end the race, so these guys got to be careful here, make their passes count. But Baird in his number 16 Honda is on rails. He's got the fastest lap of the race, and he's gapping Alphabet. Christopher Alphabet, oh so close. It feels like he's just been close so many times. He's also been in so many big incidents this year. Wanted to put an end to that and get a win here today for Polestar Motorsports, but he is running out of time as Nathan Baird looking to give Derek Hamill his first career win as an owner. 5 laps to go. Alphabet's closing back in, though. And if any of these guys in front of Keegan Thompson's sitting there knowing that if anybody makes a mistake, he's going to be the first man to pounce. Here comes Alphabet into 3 and 4. Here comes Alphabet, Baird. They are breaking away from the rest of the field. It's probably going to be these two, just these two to settle the race. 4 laps to go at Darlington. Alphabet hawking all over the back of Nathan Baird. He hasn't won in 26 races. Dates all the way back to the Daytona 500. Oh, Olvera's kind of slow. I hope they don't run into him. They shouldn't run into him, but 3 laps to go here at Darlington. Who is going to win it? Oh, Thompson with a big bobble headed into turns 1 and 2. McMillan goes by. And now McMillan, flying on rails, is going to try and catch the top 2 as fast as he can. But he's going to need these two to get side by side. He's not. Oh, Baird's down pit road! What? Oh, no! Heartbreaker for Nathan Baird. Unbelievable! From the lead of the race with 2 laps to go. And Christopher Alphaby, the bad luck may finally, is it coming to an end? He leads here at Darlington after that. Unbelievable! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do we have more drivers pitting? We got more cars pit. There's no way. There is no way we have cars out of gas. Reeves is down pit road. What is going on? Bartow, Brock Nelson. I don't know how. Monaco. Oh, they're running out of gas. I don't know if they took 2 tires or just short pit. Here comes McMillan. He is absolutely flying. It's the white flag here in the Southwest 500K. McMillan is absolutely hauling in the 75. Here he comes down the back straightaway. He's going to give Christopher Alphaby an absolute run for his money into 3 and 4 for the final time. Alphaby, I think, is going to do it as long as he doesn't hit the wall out of turn number 4. And Christopher Alphaby snaps the longest losing streak in the series. He is back in victory lane in the 48. McMillan was under 2/10 at the stripe. Brandon Nelson rebounds to go 3rd. Keegan Thompson 4th. Caleb Rose, the points leader, is going to finish in the top 5. Lake, McCrow, Fitzy, Zidell, Equan Haslam. But Nathan Baird, I cannot believe, I don't know how they were pitting. Oh, we got a crash. I don't even know what just happened in this race. Unbelievable. And Nathan Baird is going to come home barely 37th at the moment. Unbelievable. From the lead of the race to 37th in the snap of a fingers. Forgive me for a moment. I have to make sure the export is good. Oh my goodness. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a motor race, a sprint race here at Darlington. Christopher Alphaby dominated, but he had to have some luck go his way. Nathan Baird, I don't know what happened late in this race. A whole horde of cars came down pit road late. Baird, Rowe, Pendergast, just so many big names down here. Some of these guys are having great runs too. Bartow, Clifton. Oh, that is a killer there for those guys. They were all set to have great finishes. And then it looks like they just ran out of gas. I'm honestly not sure, but Christopher Alphaby is the big benefactor of that. He comes home in the first position, snapping a losing streak that dated back to last season's Daytona 500. I actually don't know who has the longest losing streak now in the series. So that's actually, I think the next losing streak would bounce to William Brock, and his isn't that long because keep in mind that was his first start when he had won too. So unbelievable scenes here, though, today at Darlington. Was supposed to be Armory Digital, but Armory Digital doesn't like me. So we ended up going to this place here in Darlington. And honestly, it was a better race than Armory. It was fantastic here on this Easter weekend, Saturday here. Christopher Alphaby finally snaps his losing streak and puts Polar Star Motorsports their second win of the season. McMillan, a career best second, just absolutely flying on that last lap. Nelson Thompson rose your top 5. A spectacular race here at Darlington comes to an end here today. Heartbreaker for Nathan Baird, but he'll get a shot next week at Martinsville in the Jiffy Lube 500. It should be a fun one there at Martinsville. Gotta love that good old short track. A lot of good old tracks coming up here in the next couple of weeks. But we had a fun time on the West Coast Swing, and that's over here. We kick off back into the real meat and potatoes of the season here. Round number 10 is in the books. Congratulations to Christopher Alphaby, second career Body Armor Cup Series victory. And Polar Star Motorsports, they have 2 wins now on the season. They're just going to help them big in the points there. But that does it here, ladies and gentlemen, here on this Saturday morning from Darlington. Thank you for tuning in. Congratulations to Christopher Alphabet, Polestar Motorsports, Nathan Smith on the victory. We will see you guys in Martinsville. Till then, so long, everybody.
So precious the ways. Give